Today, a little bit of a wrestling roundup featuring The Ultimate Warrior, the WWE Network, Insane Fight Club 2, the Royal Rumble, and WrestleMania 32. Well, first of all, The Ultimate Warrior. Thanks to The Ultimate Warrior official Facebook page, which is facebook.com/official Ultimate Warrior, all one word. They have released the news that the WWE will be releasing a new 3 DVD set featuring The Ultimate Warrior, entitled Ultimate Warrior Always Believe. This will be a both biographical and career highlight package, featuring contributions from his family, his wife, his 2 daughters, and various WWE superstars and legends. Disc 1 will feature a biographical documentary on Warrior's life and career, featuring previously unseen footage, hopefully both personal and from WWE. Disc 2 and 3, as always with these DVD sets and superstar legend profiles, Disc 2 and Disc 3 will be a collection of matches, interviews, and promos from the Warrior's career, both in WWE and WCW, including, of course, his Hall of Fame induction from last year. This is now 2015, of course. One of the tragedies of last year was certainly the Ultimate Warrior passing away. I'm actually really looking forward to seeing this 3-disc set, and there are some Blu-ray exclusives as well, because also included on this set will be arena cam footage, previously unseen footage of the Ultimate Warrior versus Hulk Hogan at the Toronto Sky Dome during their match at WrestleMania 6. Also features rare matches featuring the Warrior, then known as the Dingo Warrior, from World Class Championship Wrestling, WCCW. Again, check my previous video. You can see the full listing of the content for that 3-disc set coming up. Ultimate Warrior Always Believe, being released on April the 14th. Again, check your local listings and check your local suppliers for any release date, because I'm assuming that will be the release date just for the United States. Also, it'll take a little time to go around the world due to whatever things it has to pass. But Ultimate Warrior Always Believe, being released in the United States on April the 14th. Now, secondly, Insane Fight Club 2. Now, there is a huge movement in Scotland in professional wrestling over these past couple of years, and one of the companies spearheading this is Glasgow-based Insane Championship Wrestling. Now, it's very much adult-orientated company. You have most of the show, the vast majority of the shows, 97% of the shows, you have to be 18 years old and over to attend. Because there are a couple of exceptions where you have to be 16, but most of them you have to be 18 years old. Last night saw the premiering of Insane Fight Club 2, the sequel documentary following the group ICW on their UK tour that happened last year around about October. Now, I have to say, I really enjoyed it. I will watch it a couple more times and then sit down and say what I think of the documentary. I actually appeared very briefly in the documentary. I think it's about 10 minutes into it. It was footage taken from after the Dundee show. Very little footage from the actual Dundee show was included, which was a bit unfortunate. I would have loved to have seen the Wolfgang over the top rope to the floor dive from Wolfgang that he did on that show in his match against Drew Galloway, who was of course featured very heavily. The returning Drew Galloway, he actually made his name in ICW and various other Scottish promotions before actually going to WWE for nearly 8 years. It was a really good documentary. I really enjoyed it. Like I said, I will have to watch it another couple of times, then I will sit down and review it properly, but I very much enjoyed it. For those outside the UK, I believe the first one was made eventually available online to watch. I think it's on Netflix in the US. It might, hopefully this second one will also go the same way. But for those in the UK, because I believe like BBC iPlayer service is only available for UK viewers, you can go to the BBC iPlayer, search for Insane Fight Club 2, and you can see it there. It lasts for an hour. As I said, it was a really good documentary following them promoting and doing their UK tour. And they actually have, before I move on, their UK tour coming up, called the Insane Entertainment System Tour. There is February 15th, the return to Fat Sam's in Dundee for Liu Kang wins. On the 22nd of February, International Superstar Wrestling Deluxe at the City nightclub in Edinburgh. They then cross the border south on the 28th of March for Blow in the Cartridge at the O2 Academy in Newcastle. 12th of April, Boom Shakalaka, He's on Fire at the O2 Academy in Liverpool. The 18th of April, Paperboy at the O2 Academy in Birmingham. 26th of April, Up, Down, Left, Right, AC Start, O2 Academy in Sheffield. And 3rd of May, Flawless Victory at the Garage in Glasgow. And I believe they may have actually added another, possibly another date to that. Check Insane Championship Wrestling on Facebook for you. There you can get the latest information on tickets and any new dates added to that tour. I believe they've added one more date to that tour. That's a picture I had got a couple of weeks ago. I believe they've added one more date to that tour. Check Insane Championship Wrestling on Facebook for all the latest details on that tour. Now, moving on, and huge news this week regarding the WWE Network. Now, I've made the comment before that the WWE Network has been available in the UK. This past Monday was really the official launch of the WWE Network in the UK. It was really available for about a week, I would say just 6 days before the official launch, so certainly at least last Tuesday I had it, because I said before, I saw all the reports that it was available. I tried a couple of times to sign up, managed to finally do that, and I've been watching it ever since. Some really good programs on there. Legends House I would recommend. The Monday Night War series, that's very good. I liked very much last night. I watched the WWE Rivalries episode of Edge and Matt Hardy. Obviously, the whole Lita incident scandal, the affair, everything that went into that. I really enjoyed that program. I'm certainly going to review a couple upcoming in the next couple of weeks. Review a couple of programs. Certainly talk about Legends House upcoming in a few days. I want to talk about that program very much. But certainly there's a lot of great content on the WWE Network. And again, please check out my video, your thoughts on the WWE Network, and leave your comment. What you thinking of the WWE Network? I've already had a few comments, not that many unfortunately, but certainly, and I'm going to leave it certainly for a few days yet before I do a video talking about what people's reactions, what people's thoughts and opinions are on the WWE Network. And also, the major news that actually was released yesterday is that the WWE Network is now available online in Canada. So that means now Canadian fans, because it was originally released as a channel, as a television channel, Canadian WWE fans can now access the online features of the WWE Network, which means they have now got access to the vast on-demand library and the live streamings of the WWE pay-per-views. And I actually have to mention, checking of course this Sunday, and I'll get to that in a minute, but Canadian fans can now enjoy the same model of the WWE Network that the US and now UK fans can enjoy. Now also, of course, the major news also coming out of WWE this week is regarding next year's WrestleMania 32. The venue has long been known really for by members of the WWE Universe. We all knew that it was going to be in Texas. We all knew that. I don't know. I can't remember how it got. I don't know how it got exactly leaked, but we've known for several months now that WrestleMania 32 was taking place in Texas, and it has now been confirmed. WWE will host the WrestleMania 32 in Arlington, Texas, on April the 3rd, 2016, at the AT&T Stadium. Now, this is home, I believe, to the Dallas Cowboys. And the one thing that WWE has latched onto very early is the attendance possibility of this event. Now, obviously, WWE have a bit of a checkered history, and certainly in the opinions of many fans, regarding the attendance records that they've set. And there is no doubt that WWE, I'm not disputing it, they have set so many attendance records for various arenas and stadiums. And to be honest, it's not that surprising when you think about it. Certainly you think American football, where several of these huge events have been taken place. In American football, the crowd are in the seating areas placed all around the field, or the pitch, whatever you wish to call it. They're encircled all around, but when it comes to an event like WrestleMania, there are many thousands of fans who actually have seating on the pitch, on the field. So obviously, they're going to break the attendance record, because it is such a huge event, such a huge draw for fans to buy tickets for. So obviously, they are able to accept more fans, have more fans in attendance, because they don't use the whole of the field. They have the fans sitting on the field, which obviously, you break the attendance record very easily there. But certainly what WWE have latched onto very quickly is the possibility of having over 100,000 people in attendance at WrestleMania 32. Some estimates as much as 103,000 plus. Now, I would like to see WWE actually putting a system where they can officially count the number of fans actually attending WrestleMania 32. So, the WrestleMania 3 figure of 93,000, which is certainly looking at the stadium and researching the stadium, looking at all the website of the stadium, looking at all the facts, the figures about the stadium, I believe it's certainly a possibility. The 93,000 record for WrestleMania 3, is very much disputed by some fans. I think WWE put in an efficient and official counter system for WrestleMania 32. I think they could set a record which nobody can deny, nobody can dispute, nobody can argue with, that would be well over 100, well, certainly well over the 93,000 that I believe is currently the WrestleMania record that is so far accepted by WWE. Certainly looking at it, I believe it's absolutely a possibility that they can break that record. So, we're getting a little bit ahead of ourselves talking about WrestleMania 32, of course, because we are now on the road to WrestleMania. This Sunday is, of course, the WWE Royal Rumble 2015. Now, I was getting ahead of myself a little bit as well, talking about, now, as I said there, the WWE Network is now available here in the UK, and we have the full WWE Network system. We have the live scheduled programmings, the on-demand video library, and also, of course, along with the broadcast of the scheduled programs, we can watch things like the WWE Raw pre-show, which I watched live for the first time this past Monday night. We can watch the WWE main event, although there is something up with that, of course, due to the contractual things of Sky here in the UK having the rights to show main event. It wasn't on live this week, and what the situation is unclear at this time. But we can also watch, as part of the subscription, package of £9.99 a month, we can watch live on the WWE Network the pay-per-views starting from this Sunday and the Royal Rumble. Now, I have checked this, so I know this is right, and we knew this was happening. We knew that this was coming up, but Sky Sports are putting up the price of WWE pay-per-views. It used to be £14.95 for each monthly pay-per-view, and normally nearer £19 for WrestleMania. This, obviously, with the changes of Sky, the satellite broadcaster of WWE programming in the UK, the change of contract effective from the 1st of January this year, the pay-per-views are now all and only on their Sky box office service, which means you would have to pay additional fee to view those pay-per-views. And as I said, now we can watch them on the WWE Network as part of our subscription payment. The pay-per-view of the Royal Rumble, Sky box office are asking for £19.95 to watch the Royal Rumble pay-per-view on Sky box office. Though, as I said, I would recommend people getting subscribing to the WWE Network, because you'll pay £9.99 for the whole month, and you'll also be able to watch the pay-per-view live on the WWE Network. So obviously it's far more cost effective, far more financial makes much more financial sense for you to watch on the WWE Network, as I believe WrestleMania will be even more than £19.95. I believe it may be more closer to £30 to watch WrestleMania 31 on March 29th. Although I don't think they've released an official figure of how much that will cost. I believe certainly it will be nearer at least £25 or £30 to actually watch it. So I'm looking forward to actually sitting down and watching the Royal Rumble on the WWE Network. So if you're in the UK, certainly I think it makes a lot more sense to watch it on the WWE Network rather than Sky box office. Although I have to say, it's amazing that some of the stuff that well, before I get to what's happening at the Royal Rumble, it's amazing some of the stuff that some people are actually commenting to various wrestling personalities since the WWE Network has come to the UK. I always get a little bit sidetracked in these videos, but some people have actually tweeted, and you can hear it on this week's the Ross Report podcast, to Jim Ross, saying that they didn't realise he was in wrestling before WrestleMania 9. He was for 19 years, as he says. Actually, I grew up listening to him commentate in WCW, and then of course when he went to WWE, and also various personalities in wrestling, people that they didn't realise appeared in other companies before WWE or after WCW. To be honest, some of them are just quite funny to me. Some of the people not knowing that various superstars, even like Kevin Nash and Scott Hall, appeared in WCW before they went to WWE and became Razor Ramon and Diesel, and just a few things have kind of tickled me the past couple of days seeing on Twitter. But anyway, back to Royal Rumble this coming Sunday. Quick rundown of the Royal Rumble, the matches. Is the new date: Big E, Kofi Kingston, and Xavier Woods versus Tyson Kidd, Cesaro, and Adam Rose in a 6-man tag team elimination match. There is the New Age Outlaws, Road Dogg and Billy Gunn versus the Ascension, Connor and Victor, of course following the events of Monday Night Raw, which I thought was an okay program. I would have preferred to see the whole show and a build up to the Royal Rumble. These WWE seem to do this sometimes last year or so. Not really. They have a major pay-per-view, that coming Sunday, but they really don't do the huge build-up on Raw. It's more about something else is going on, like a Legends panel or a reunion thing. There's Paige and Natalya versus the Bella Twins in a tag team match. There is the Usos, Jimmy and Jay versus The Miz and Damien Mizdow for the tag team championships. Brock Lesnar versus John Cena versus Seth Rollins in the triple threat match for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. And of course the 30-man Royal Rumble match. The winner will receive a WWE World Heavyweight Championship match at WrestleMania. So far confirmed for the Royal Rumble match is Roman Reigns, Daniel Bryan, Rusev, Bray Wyatt, WWE Intercontinental Champion Bad News Barrett, Dean Ambrose, Gold and Stardust, Big Show, Kane, R-Truth, The Miz, Damien Mizdow, and Dolph Ziggler. I'm really not sure on who's going to win this Royal Rumble match. I'm thinking possibly between, certainly more leaning towards Daniel Bryan at this time. I don't think Roman Reigns is ready for this. Possibly, due to his injury, they haven't had a chance to really build him up properly. I think, I don't think he's ready. I don't think Dean Ambrose is in the position he should be to win the Royal Rumble. I'm certainly leaning in my thoughts towards Daniel Bryan to win the WWE Royal Rumble. Whether that will happen, I don't know. They certainly seem to be, as I said before, kind of resetting things to pre-WrestleMania last year. Obviously due to Daniel Bryan being out for so long with his injury, which thankfully he's back now competing. Hopefully he'll change his style a little bit so he doesn't get as seriously injured again, because it would be so horrible for him to finally reach the top of WWE, then only then to suffer a career-ending or certainly a career-impeding injury. So I'm really looking forward to this Sunday Royal Rumble coming up, and certainly the points so far are looking towards Sting and Triple H for WrestleMania. More, of course, on WrestleMania. My thoughts on the Royal Rumble coming up after sometime next Monday or Tuesday next week after the Royal Rumble event. Probably on about Tuesday or so, once we've seen the post Royal Rumble Monday Night Raw. But I'm looking forward to this. Hopefully, a lot of people have been complaining about WWE, the direction that they've been going at recently. Hopefully WWE can sort themselves out with Daniel Bryan coming back, Roman Reigns being back, with some good performances, hopefully by likes of Dean Ambrose, Bray Wyatt, and various members like Seth Rollins. I think Seth Rollins has been underappreciated by some fans recently. I'm very much looking forward to it. It's going to be a busy, hopefully enjoyable time for WWE Universe on this road to WrestleMania.